In this video, we're going to create 2 custom skills in Claude without writing any code. Let's say we have a list of new customers and we want to set up one-on-one meetings with them. We're going to create a skill that checks our Google Calendar for availability and then sends a customer 3 different 30-minute time slots to choose from based on our availability via an interactive WhatsApp message. We're going to tell Claude to create and send the message using Vonage's Python SDK. Once the customer selects a time slot, we'll use another skill to approve those appointments and have Claude add them to our and the customer's calendar using its built-in Google Calendar connector. Let's get started. You'll need a Vonage account, a Google account, and a Claude account to follow along. If you don't have a Vonage account, you can sign up and get started in minutes using the link below in the description. In Claude, make sure you have Google Calendar added as a connector. For Claude Code to create these skills for us, we'll need to provide data about our customers and our Vonage credentials. Let's assume we have a folder on our computer called Scheduler. In Scheduler, we have a file called customers.csv that has each of our new customers' names, phone numbers, and emails. It also has 2 other columns. One called meeting time, which is the time the customer selected from the WhatsApp message, and meeting confirm, which tells us if the meeting was actually added to our calendars. If the customer hasn't been sent a message yet, their meeting time value would be null. Now let's pull in our Vonage credentials. In the Vonage dashboard, let's first create a new application. Go to Build and then Application. Click Create a new application and give your application a name. Next, click Generate Public and Private Key. The private key will automatically download onto your machine. Under Capabilities, make sure to toggle on any of the features you want your application to have access to. For these skills, we'll need to toggle on Messages. These 2 fields are for adding our callback URLs for when the customer responds to our WhatsApp message. For sake of time, we're not going to set up a callback URL in this video. Instead, we're going to mock the response just so you can quickly see how this integration works. In a previous video, I demonstrated how to set a callback URL to receive a WhatsApp message, so check that out if you want to set it up for yourself. It'll be linked in the description. With that being said, let's just fill in these fields as example.com since we won't be using them. Next, click Generate New Application. This will generate the application ID. Copy your application ID and add it to a .env file in the Scheduler folder. You'll also want to add the path to your private key that was just downloaded as well. The last thing we'll need to do is set up our WhatsApp account. I highly suggest trying this out with the WhatsApp sandbox first, as I'll demonstrate in this video. Though, our Claude skill will be able to handle WhatsApp sandbox numbers and actual WhatsApp business account numbers based on what you use. Go back to the dashboard and go to Build, Messaging, and then Messages Sandbox. Under the WhatsApp section, click Add to Sandbox. Here, you'll be presented with a QR code. When you scan the code with your phone, it'll automatically open WhatsApp on your phone and pre-populate a message to the WhatsApp Sandbox number listed. Once you click Send, your phone number can then be used to send and receive WhatsApp messages from the Sandbox. Copy the Sandbox number and add it to your .env file. Now we're ready for Claude to do the rest. Here's a prompt we're going to give it. In this Scheduler folder, I have a CSV file called customers.csv. I want to schedule a 30-minute phone call with each of these customers as soon as possible. Create a skill called Send Invites that looks at my Google Calendar and gathers all the 30-minute time slots I have available between the upcoming Monday to Friday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Stores this data to a date stamp file for future reference, and calls a function that uses Vonage's Python SDK to send an interactive WhatsApp message to the customer's phone number asking, "What time are you available next week?" and provides 3 time slots at random for them to choose from. For the second skill I added, let's create another skill called Confirm Appointments that looks at the customer CSV and finds any customer roles with the meeting time value listed, but meeting confirmed is set to no, meaning the meeting hasn't been confirmed yet. Gives me an overview of each appointment and prompts me to approve or deny them. Creates a new event on my calendar for their meeting time and adds their email to the invite list if the appointments were approved. We also add a couple notes as well. One being that these skills should only be available from within the Scheduler folder. And the second is that by default, the messages will be sent using Vonage's WhatsApp sandbox. And if we want to use a real WhatsApp business account number, we will specify that. The reason that's important to note is because the API host changes based off of if it's in the sandbox or if it's in production. Let's drop this into Claude Code. I'll be running it using the VS Code plugin so we can look at the changes as they're being made. I already have the Scheduler folder open in VS Code as well, so it knows the context. Before we actually run it, we can switch to plan mode. That way it will figure out how to execute and tell us how it's going to do it before it actually does. It's going to ask us a bunch of clarifying questions and permissions throughout the planning and execution process. Once we're okay with the plan, let's tell Claude to now execute. A few minutes later and it says it's done. Let's test it out. Let's run the Send Invite skill. And as you can see, I just received a WhatsApp message from the virtual sandbox. Now let's run Confirm Appointments. I'm going to go ahead and manually fill in the meeting time in the customers.csv file. In a real scenario, you'd have the callback URL already set up so that when the customer responds, it's automatically written to the customers.csv file. Now let's run confirm appointments. I'm going to give my approval and then let it do the rest. And it worked. I just got an email notification that I was sent a calendar invite and it was actually added to my Google Calendar. As you know, there are endless use cases with AI, and we plan to explore as many as possible. If you're interested in seeing more ways that you can integrate Vonage's communication capabilities with your favorite AI tools, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out our blog at developer.vonage.com.